I'ma keep it a bean. Stick to the script, every scene. This from last year, but they clean. Say to say, I'ma take something else, but it's a winning team. Charlie Sheen, fam gang, the regime. I'm from Piney Green.
What's good, I'm Shellitronnn, but you can call me Coach, and I'm back at it again with a brand new video, and I'm gonna keep it a bold bread biscuit. I thought I was gonna have a pretty peaceful Sunday, leading into a really easy Labor Day tomorrow, but I see I don't deserve that. I see I can't have that because the Panthers do not want me to have that. I need to show you guys a tweet here. A quick little tweet here from a guy I think you guys know. Adam Schefter. 6 words. Panthers released Torrey Smith per source. But that's not even it, because I have one more tweet for you from Jordan Rodriguez. It says, per team, Elijah Holyfield and Kevon Seymour were also cut this morning along with Torrey Smith. Now this is even more, I don't know if this is wilder. This is kind of crazy to me because Elijah Holyfield, not only because he was a fan favorite, a guy who did look good in the preseason, not only because he was a guy who was undrafted and it looked to be kind of like a redemption story in the making, but also because Elijah's dad, Evander, tweeted out yesterday after the news came out that Elijah Holyfield made the preliminary 53. He said he was proud of his son, he's glad he made the team, and a lot of other things. He was real happy on Twitter, but no one told him it was a preliminary roster list and it was subject to change today depending on waiver moves. I bet he knows now. That's really tough to go through when you make it public and everything. These guys thought they were making the team. Elijah Holyfield for the most part, and I think the fan base was both confused and a little bit excited that we were potentially keeping 4 running backs on the roster. I guess it did seem as ridiculous as it sounded, so the team said, look, we really can't do this. And then Kevon Seymour wasn't really all that surprising. I think most fans would have agreed that if people were to be moved off the 53-man roster, Kevon Seymour was among the first 3 guys out, but they are not the big story here. The big story is what I led with. The Panthers just released Torrey Smith. Torrey Smith, who I thought was going to be a really good addition to the team last year, ended up getting a knee injury. He did come back into the back end of the season, but it wasn't really in the cards for him. Torrey Smith, who had a $5 million cap hit leading into this season. There was some negotiation. Fans were kind of upset saying he was not worth $5 million, and I actually agreed. I thought that Torrey Smith was a good addition. I thought he added value to the team, but I wasn't all that sure with all the young talent we have and all the the tight ends and with Christian McCaffrey. I wasn't all that sure just how valuable Torrey Smith was to the point of $5 million for a 1-year deal. I wasn't all that sure about that. But I wanted to keep him. $2.5 million was straight with me. I was cool with 3. Those are pretty straight numbers for me for Torrey Smith. The Panthers said, nah, we good. Hope you land on your feet. Don't hurt your knee on the way down, but Carolina is not the move for you. I heard Philly needs some help. You can go back to Baltimore. There's a quarterback over there in Indy who could use some. He needs all the help he can get. I don't know where you're going to land, bro, but I hear the real estate market right now in Charlotte is booming, so I hope you sell your house quick while the going is good. It's still summertime. You might get some visitors to come through and pick up your spot for you, but whatever it is, I hope you have a really good travel agent because I don't think Charlotte's your home anymore, bro. It's just not the place for you. And it's kind of tough. But what I was seeing on Twitter was a lot of these writers for the Panthers were writing borderline eulogies. I won't read them out loud right now for you, but if you follow any of the writers or any of the reporters on Twitter, you might know what I'm talking about. These were like borderline, I don't want to say sob stories, but they were acting like the guy died or something. And we understand what our passing attack is going to be. One of the first reads is going to be the running back. One of our next reads is going to be DJ or Curtis, Jarius Wright on 3rd down. We spread the ball so much that, honestly, I'm not really sure just how much Torrey Smith is going to be a part of this offense. He's more of a guy who can stretch the field, get these safeties to back up, get them on a deep route. But I really think our offense this year is going to be predicated more on those checkdowns and, the short to medium kind of routes from our guys. I don't know if we're going to see all that many streaks it is what it is, but this is actually huge news. I did not expect this. Now, as you may or may not know, today is the day that NFL teams can make waiver claims on guys who got cut from other teams. And the way that waiver claims works is guys who have 4 or less seasons accrued in the NFL who got cut during the roster cuts down to the 53-man rosters that was due yesterday at 4:30. The names are put into a pool and teams can claim them based off of their draft stock from last year, not with the trades or whatever, just by record basically. So the Cards were first and then going all down to our pick, obviously, and the Patriots being 32. When I saw that we signed or we claimed Ray Ray McCloud from the Bills, who's actually 5'9", I did not know this man was 5'9". He's a receiver. We also claimed Brandon Zylstra from the Vikings. And we also claimed free safety Natrell Jamerson from the Packers. He played for another team as well last year. But these are guys who, I mean, they do decently at their positions. I'll talk about Ray Ray first. Ray Ray last year with the Bills, he played in 10 games, had 6 targets, 5 receptions, 36 yards, and that's about it. He returned 4 punts for 20 yards total, and he returned 1 kick for 18 yards. Now, I read a tweet from one of the reporters saying that these guys are all return specialists. They all have that one thing in common. I don't know if that reporter actually looked that up before she said that. Now, maybe Ray Ray looked a little bit better in the preseason, but I would not call him a return specialist. I just say he's not good in the actual offensive scheme. So his only hope is to be a return specialist, but I wouldn't use the word special in that kind of sense too much. Then we get to Brandon Zylstra. He returned 4 punts for 26 yards last year and 1 kick for 15 yards. He has just about as much, if not less, than Ray Ray McCloud. I'm actually kind of concerned as to what are these reporters getting their opinions from? One preseason of work, I'm not really all that sure, but Brandon Zylstra I can't go to his college stats because he went to a D3 school and his stats were still kind of mediocre, so I won't even get into that. Then Natrell Jamerson, who was a 5th round pick with the Saints, I think just last year, he ran a 4.40. He put up 25 reps on the bench. He had a pretty straight little combine, but last year, I mean, he had 12 games started, 2 for Green Bay, 10 for Houston, 1 pass defended, 10 combined tackles. It really wasn't it, honestly. And I could go over these guys' college numbers, but I really won't right here. It's not really all that big a deal. What are your thoughts on Torrey Smith, Elijah Holyfield, and Kevon Seymour being cut? Were these the guys you thought were going to be cut? Who did you expect? And which one was the most surprising to you, man? I am mind blown. I will not lie to you. Let me know all your thoughts in the comments below. And you already know to do that like button.
Cheers to you, appreciate the chance. Been told y'all I been the man. Been told y'all I had the gift. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Real ones gonna recommend. Count this as another win.